Welcome to our 2025 Travel Showcase. For several years, the McMaster Alumni Engagement Office has partnered with reputable travel providers from both Canada and the US, each known for their deluxe group travel programs, to select quality, exciting, adventurous trips with unique educational components built in for McMaster alumni, their family, and friends. With the details all taken care of, you can relax and spend your time enjoying your surroundings with like minded travelers, not worrying about the travel details. This evening, we will hear from each of those travel providers we have partnered with in 2025 as they outline who they are and what makes them different. They will also briefly touch on the trips they're offering with us in 2025. Following the presentation, each of the travel providers will be available in separate meeting rooms to answer any questions you may have on any of their trips. You will notice four buttons along the bottom of your screen, each labeled with a travel provider's name. If you have a question for a specific travel provider, simply click on the button and it will bring you to their meeting room. When your question is answered, simply leave the room. If you would like to join another meeting room, click on the main presentation page to select another button, or you can find the links to the travel provider meeting rooms in the email that was sent to you today. This evening's presentation is recorded, and a link to it, along with contact information of each of our travel providers, will be shared with all of the registrants should you wish to revisit the information or share with a friend. For more detailed information on each of the trips, please visit discoveryourmacadventure.ca. While not all trips are posted yet, this is where you will find information on the trips throughout the year once final information is available. Enjoy the presentation.
Hi, my name is Justin and I am with Worldwide Quest, and we are a small travel company based in Toronto, Ontario. We were founded in 1970 and we specialize in small group experiential and educational travel on all 7 continents. We think what makes us different is the special access and insights we gain from our tour leaders on all of our Canadian alumni tours. We select a tour leader who is very often a faculty or a distinguished alumnus from one of the participating schools, and they have a special interest in the destination. They may have done research there, they may have lived in that location, so they are accompanying the tour but providing us an insider's view into the location. So it's more than just sightseeing, it's really providing you with that insider's look. So one of the trips we're really excited about in 2025 is our Bratislava to Prague walking tour. That's taking place in May, and it's a 12-day trip beginning in Vienna and then going through Slovakia into the south part of the Czech Republic and ending in Prague. And we're really excited about that trip for a couple of reasons. First, many of our travelers in the past have told us that they have a hard time keeping up their level of activity and fitness on a tour. They might be walking regularly at home. And so this trip, just by the nature of it being a walking trip, lets our travelers keep up or maintain their level of activity. And we think it's great because you can do this in a fantastic area that so many travelers would like to visit, an area full of history, wonderful landscapes, and great dining as well. May is a fantastic time to be in the central part of Europe. It's, of course, spring. The air is very fresh. The flowers are blooming. The birds are singing. And just in terms of weather and temperatures, it's just really an ideal time to be there. And we have daily walks that will take us from 5 to 20 kilometers in a day. Relatively easy walks. They just cover a varying amount of terrain. I would say the average walk is from 10 to 15 kilometers in a day. And those walks really give you the special access, the views around the corner, around the bend, as opposed to just the ones in the many towns. So we're getting sightseeing of beautiful historic sites with medieval and Renaissance architecture, and the views of the countryside by foot as we're crisscrossing from one spot to another. So we're really excited to offer 4 different trips to McMaster alumni in 2025. So the first tour we'll be offering to McMaster alumni is our Bratislava to Prague walking tour. This is a tour covering 3 countries, beginning in Vienna, the capital of Austria, going into Slovakia, and then into the south part of the Czech Republic. The tour is running from May 2nd to the 13th of 2025. This is an active tour. It is a walking tour, so we'll have walks on most days from 5 to 20 kilometers in length over a relatively gentle terrain. Most walks are around 10 to 15 kilometers a day. The next trip we'll be offering to McMaster alumni is our remote Newfoundland and Labrador tour. This is a tour covering both Newfoundland and Labrador. And the dates are June 11th to the 21st of 2025. This is a tour we're excited to offer again. It will be led by an expert in Newfoundland and Labrador history. And this is a land tour. We'll be covering terrain in a coach and starting in Newfoundland and then crossing the ferry to Labrador and then returning back to the island of Newfoundland. The next tour that we're excited to offer to McMaster alumni is our Magdalen Islands tour. This is a tour that is staying at one lodge on the Magdalen Islands, which is an outpost of Quebec in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. This is a 7-day tour, June 15th to the 21st of 2025. And so we are spending 6 nights in one single lodge. This is a land tour, so we'll be having various excursions daily from our lodge base by coach. The final tour we're offering to McMaster alumni in 2025 is our tour of Uzbekistan. We're calling it Uzbekistan Journey Along the Silk Route. This is in October, from the 6th of October to the 17th of 2025. And this is a land tour. It's a tour visiting the fantastic sites of Uzbekistan, of course, along that mythical Silk Road.
I'm excited to announce that we're going to have 4 amazing trips for the alumni for 2025. Our first trip is Morocco Land of Enchantment, and that's going to be from April 15th to May 1st of 2025. This is a land tour priced at $8,310, and that includes land, air, taxes, gratuities, all based on double occupancy. This tour starts in Casablanca, and that's located at the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. We're then going to travel throughout Morocco, and some of the highlights are that we're going to travel to the Sahara Desert via 4x4 to the crown jewel of Merzouga, and then we're going to stay in a Moroccan castle. We're going to go on a camel ride in the desert, watching the most beautiful sunrise and sunset. You'll travel through the Atlas Mountains and see the beautiful blue city of Chefchaouen, and all the way up to Tangier, the northern point where that's just 10 kilometers away from Spain, and where the Mediterranean Sea connects with the Atlantic Ocean. The scenery for this trip will be absolutely stunning. Our second trip is South Korea and Japan. That trip runs from May 9th to 27th of 2025. This is also a land tour, and it starts at $12,690, including land, air, taxes, and gratuities based on double occupancy. The trip is 19 days, so it's a little bit longer. These are two of the most developed countries in Asia with rich history and culture. We're going to fly into Seoul and end in Tokyo. Some of the major highlights include visiting the demilitarized zone between South Korea and North Korea. We're going to stay in Kyoto, the cultural capital of Japan, and we're going to explore beautiful castles and temples, and we'll ride a bullet train to Hiroshima. We'll travel through several small cities in Japan like Kanazawa and Shiwakawago, where you will experience various Japanese arts like gold bead making and washi paper making. We're going to end in Tokyo, the largest metropolis in the world. Our third trip is India and the Brahmaputra River with an optional extension to Bhutan. So this trip will happen from October 3rd to the 19th of 2025. And this is a land and cruise starting at $11,050, including land, cruise, air, taxes, and gratuities, all based on double occupancy. We will visit the Golden Triangle of India. And that's Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. These are must-sees, so we're going to see the Red Fort, Taj Mahal, and the main attractions in this popular area. What makes this trip unique is that we combine this with a river cruise on the Brahmaputra River so that you get a chance to experience something a bit more exotic, where you're going to have an opportunity to see some local villages, even a national park with wildlife like elephants and rhinos roaming about. Our fourth trip is Ecuador and Galapagos. And that will happen from May 12th to the 22nd of 2025. This is a land and cruise tour starting at $11,400, and that includes land, cruise, air, taxes, and gratuities based on double occupancy. This is a more active type of tour. And this is my most recommended trip because it's truly unique. We're going to spend a few days touring Quito and Guayaquil, but the main highlight is the Galapagos, where we will visit several islands in the Galapagos through the expedition ship MV Galapagos Legend. This is the most biodiverse region in the world. You're going to have opportunities to snorkel in emerald waters, do some swimming, have sea lions greet you at the beach, see endemic lizards and wave albatross, and visit the Highlands Tortoise Reserve to see giant turtles. You will be accompanied by experienced and knowledgeable naturalist guides on all our excursions in the Galapagos, who will share with you their in-depth knowledge and about the region and the wildlife that you're going to see. If you don't think that's enough, we have an optional Peru extension where we're going to see the Machu Picchu and the Sacred Valley. So if you are interested in any of our trips, contact us at alumni@glpworldwide.com. What makes our trips unique for the alumni is, one, we are a Canadian company, so we provide all pricing in Canadian dollars, not US dollars, not euros, but Canadian dollars only. Secondly, we include air. Third, we include gratuities. And fourth, we will provide a tour escort that will accompany every trip that you go on for the alumni.
Welcome, McMaster University alumni, and thank you for taking time from your day to join me for this brief discussion of many travel opportunities available to you through the McMaster University Alumni Association in partnership with AHI Travel. My name is Mike Hull. I'm Senior VP of Sales at AHI Travel, and I've had the distinct pleasure of managing the partnership between McMaster University Alumni Association and AHI for a number of years. For the next 10 minutes, we're going to take a brief tour around the world to introduce you to the 9 different travel opportunities available to you through McMaster University Alumni Association. Before we do that, however, let's take a minute and introduce you to AHI so that you know a bit about your tour operator. AHI Travel is a group tour operator specializing in education and cultural tours worldwide for university alumni associations. We were established in 1963 as Alumni Holidays, Inc. That's where the AHI comes from. Our world headquarters in Chicago, and we are honored to be a McMaster U travel partner for over 25 years. But what makes AHI a little different? There are many tour operators out there to choose from. AHI, however, only works with university alumni associations, and therefore all of our tours are designed exclusively for the Alumni Association traveler. They're not available to the general marketplace, and all of them are cultural and educational experiences where we feature university professors, local experts, and hands-on activities to make the travel experience more meaningful for you. They're all led by professional travel directors and expert local guides. And we also believe about providing some choice and flexibility for your travel experience. Group tours have a certain amount of structure to them. That's just the nature of how they operate. But we want you to be able to personalize your journey by having choice and flexibility along the way. We also want to connect you with the local people in the destination, and we do that through a series of programs on each trip that we call AHI Connects. All of the accommodations on our tours are deluxe and first class. They're high quality tours with inclusive pricing representing a good value. And this is very unique to AHI. We offer no single supplement on select programs. Very popular with the solo travelers. So let's talk about what are the tours available for 2025. First one up is an opportunity to go down to Peru, a Highlights of Peru program, including time on a cruise on the Amazon River, then over to Machu Picchu, Cusco, Lima, Sacred Valley, a great program, March 29th to April 9th, 2025. Next up is our Dutch Waterways program. This is a river cruise program, cruising from Amsterdam to Antwerp in the springtime when all the flowers are in bloom, and it's a beautiful time to be in Holland and in Belgium. Taking place April 1 to 9, and cruising aboard the exclusively chartered Amadeus Imperial, where McMaster alumni will join alumni from other Canadian universities on board and other alumni from U.S. Schools as well. Next up, land-based program to Provence region, where we travel into the town of Aix-en-Provence, where you unpack once, settle in, and do an in-depth exploration of the Provence region, April 8th through 16th. And as you can see there, this is one of the trips that offers a no single supplement, as well as the Dutch Waterways trip that we just talked about. Additionally, we have a river cruise in Portugal along the Douro River. The Douro River runs right through the Alto Douro wine region of Portugal. It's a beautiful river and an interesting country to explore. This trip not only includes the river cruise, but 3 nights in Lisbon as well, May 7 through 18, and it also offers no single supplement for solo travelers. A new land program to the islands of Malta and Sicily, 2 very important historic islands in the Mediterranean, with 4 nights in Malta, followed by a ferry ride to Sicily, and 4 nights in Sicily to explore that beautiful island as well in May of next year. We also have the cultural capitals of Spain, combining 4 nights in Barcelona and 4 nights in Madrid, with a ride on the new high-speed train between those 2 cities, which allows you to make that trip in less than 4 hours. Barcelona is an architectural gem, and Madrid is the cultural capital of Spain. These 2 cities together will offer an outstanding travel experience late May and early June. We also have a land program to Italy, exploring the Tuscany and Emilia-Romagna regions with stays in Parma and in Cortona. This is a cultural and culinary journey. In other words, we're going to explore the food and the wine of this region, where so many of the foods that we know were originated. Parma ham, Parma cheese. We all know about Tuscany wines. So in the fall, during harvest time, you can go to Italy and explore Tuscany and Emilia-Romagna, September 23rd to October 2nd. We then shift to the Far East, where we have our Treasures of Southeast Asia program, starting with nights in Bali, then a flight to Singapore for a few nights, Bangkok, and then on to Siem Reap for the Angkor Wat and the Angkor ruins, October 8th through 23rd. A new program for 2025 takes us over to the Adriatic, to Montenegro, which is a country right on the Adriatic, just south of Croatia. In fact, you fly into Dubrovnik to go to Montenegro, where you then go to Tivat, unpack once, settle in, and explore Montenegro, which is a little off the beaten path of the typical tourist regions, which is part of the excitement of visiting this destination, October 13 to 21. To wrap things up, I wanted to take just a minute to go a little bit deeper into
on a
the
spectacular
Douro
odyssey
program.
through Portugal's old world ambience and nostalgic antiquity. Follow the path of explorers in Lisbon, then cruise the Douro River, where sculpted hills give way to colorful terraced vineyards. Along the way, witness extraordinary architecture, explore hilltop villages, visit the Spanish city of Salamanca, and tempt your palate with Portuguese favorites, including sweet port wine. Plus, you may follow your passions with included excursion choices in select ports. Portugal's many treasures are sure to leave you speechless. On your exclusively chartered first-class ship, enjoy gracious service, gourmet cuisine, and comfortable cabins. As you explore, relish comfortable camaraderie and new friendships that create unforgettable memories. Throughout this incredible journey, you will be in the care of a seasoned travel director who handles all logistics, allowing you to thoroughly enjoy your destination. And our expert guides and local speakers will make the region's unique history and culture come to life. Plus, all of our trips feature free time, so you can strike off on your own and make new discoveries. It's time to dust off your dreams and explore. Call now to reserve your place on this one-of-a-kind adventure.
Well, I hope we have enticed you to join us on one of these tours for next year. We'd be happy to provide you with more detailed information on each trip. Feel free to call the McMaster University Alumni Association or AHI Travel, or visit our websites for more details. Thank you again, and we appreciate your participating in today's discussion. Thank you.
Hello, we are pleased to partner with McMaster in 2025 and participate in the virtual travel showcase, highlighting 4 incredible travel opportunities for McMaster alumni. Gohagen is based in Chicago and is the largest charterer of small ship ocean cruises offered exclusively to our affinity partners. Here is a video to best highlight our travel programs.
With over 40 years of experience in the travel industry, Gohagen has earned a reputation for excellence in providing unique and unforgettable travel experiences to its clients. At Gohagen, we believe that travel involves more than just visiting a destination. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of the world around us. Our aim is to create experiences that will immerse you in the beauty, culture, and history of the destination, pique your intellectual curiosity, provide insight not found on any other travel program, inspire you to look at the world in a new way, and foster meaningful interaction with the local community and other travelers. We are committed to making your travel experience stress-free and unforgettable. Our expert team curates world-class, all-inclusive journeys for you end-to-end. Once you book your spot, we take care of everything else. Gohagen & Company is proud to provide the most exclusively chartered ships in affinity travel, the ideal way to explore the destinations on our one-of-a-kind itineraries. The 5-star ships we charter for our ocean cruises, and deluxe, small river ships, used on our other programs, provide access to ports often inaccessible to larger vessels. Exclusively chartered cruising provides the optimum setting for affinity groups. There is control over the entire ship. We hand-select the associations invited to sail with us. You'll feel a true sense of comfort and community, traveling with members of your group and the other lifelong learners on board. We look forward to having you join us on one of our exceptional programs, covering a wide range of destinations across the globe.
So now I will start overviewing the 4 programs available in 2025. The first is in May, which is the Island Life of Greek Isles in Ephesus. Behold breathtaking views and watch mythical landscapes come to life as you sail Greece's fabled Aegean Sea on this deluxe cruise aboard the Wind Spirit, a sleek 4-masted sailing yacht. Traverse the streets of ancient Delos, legendary birthplace of Artemis and Apollo, and enjoy free time exploring the island of Mykonos, famous for its whitewashed houses and iconic windmills. Tour the monastery of St. John in Patmos and explore historic Rhodes town. Unlock the mysteries of Santorini, a crescent-shaped island featuring a spectacular cauldron shaped by a volcanic explosion about 3,600 years ago. Conclude your tour in the rarely visited island of Milos. And next, at the end of May and early June, we have the Great European Journey by River and Rail. Embark on an exhilarating European adventure steeped in storied history, grand architecture, and breathtaking scenery on this fabulous 12-day, 11-night itinerary. In Switzerland, explore the unforgettable cities of Basel and Lucerne. Marvel at the steeping grandeur of the Alps on a panoramic train ride and cable car cruise that afford gorgeous views. Enjoy a deluxe 7-night river cruise aboard the Viva Enjoy, boasting luxurious amenities and impeccable service. Add to your amazing European exploration with an optional post-tour extension in Amsterdam. Next is our newest program in 2025, the opportunity to cruise Italy. You'll experience the best of the Italian Riviera on this remarkable cruise, round-trip Rome, aboard the deluxe small ship. Customize your Tuscany experience with included traveler's choice options to visit either Florence or Lucca. Savor the splendor of the Amalfi Coast and the Isle of Capri on an incomparable journey that concludes with a visit to the Sicily-Rome American Cemetery and Memorial, led by our featured guest speaker, Dwight David Eisenhower. And our featured trip in 2025 is our December departure of the Christmas markets along the Danube River.
Experience Yuletide magic on an enchanting Danube River visit to some of Europe's oldest and most iconic Christmas markets. Our 7-night river cruise from Vienna to Nuremberg immerses you in the festive tradition that dates to the Middle Ages. Here is more insight from Rudy, our seasoned travel director leading this program.
Hello everyone, my name is Rudy Ilin and I am thrilled to be one of the travel directors accompanying you on what I personally find the most amazing program Go Hagen & Company offers as we explore the magical Christmas markets along the Danube River. Now, I personally fell in love with that region back in 2016 when I joined one of the leading European cruise companies, Alumni Cruises. I spent 4 wonderful years working on board river ships as restaurant manager and hotel manager. It's been an incredible journey and my passion for travel continued as my wife and I love to go on trips, explore new countries and regions, and learn all about their traditions. I'm happy to have the opportunity to go back to some of those destinations and visit them again with you, our very special guests. And where better to start our journey from than the beautiful city of Vienna. We will immerse ourselves in the nostalgia this festive season brings as the Viennese Rathausplatz transforms into one of the most beautiful Christmas markets. We will also visit the St. Stephen Church as well as the Schönbrunn Palace, once the summer residence of the Habsburgs. Continuing on our journey, we will explore Salzburg, the birthplace of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, where we will stroll through the gardens where the famous scenes of the movie Sound of Music were filmed at, as well as the beautiful Dürnstein and Melk Abbeys. We will also visit the Christmas markets in Passau and Regensburg before reaching our final destination and the famous Christmas market in historic Nuremberg. On our journey, we will visit several UNESCO World Heritage Sites. We'll enjoy some irresistible holiday treats such as the traditional German sausage, roasted chestnuts, and freshly baked gingerbread cookies. We will sip on some hot chocolate and enjoy some delicious Glühwein.
Thank you, Rudy. And what better way to finalize this trip than to highlight the vessel that you will be enjoying on the Danube during the Christmas markets. Here are some more details. This is the newest member of the Skilla family, the Viva Enjoy, which is debuting in 2024. Guests are welcome on board by friendly, multilingual, and international crew members. Take care of guests' well-being and comfort from morning till night. The ship's appointments are luxurious, yet the feeling is relaxed and easygoing. As you can see, there's a wonderful deck with the opportunity to take in all the amazing views as you stroll down the river. And each one of the staterooms features wonderful amenities, including the first 2 decks having outside French balconies. Thank you so much for allowing us to showcase these programs. We look forward to you traveling with us, and feel free to visit our website or the McMaster travel page to review these programs, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you so much.
We hope you enjoyed the presentation. We now invite you to join any of the Q&A meeting rooms should you have trip-specific questions for any of our travel providers. We will post a screen that outlines which trips are with each of the travel providers. If you have a question for different travel providers, you will need to visit each of the meeting rooms. You can do so by clicking the buttons below or using the link sent in the reminder email to you today. Our Q&A rooms will be open until approximately 8 p.m. Thank you once again for joining us.